up, I'm Airsoft Viewers. So today we are finally doing what we said many moons ago. We're doing the review on the minigun, and Matt, our good friend, is getting shot to pieces. Alright, so we're going to do this in a stage of videos. The first one is going to be the air supply. As you may know, the minigun runs off of a Polar Star, and the Polar Star needs air. So I only don't have a little tank, I have a big tank. So we're going to go jump in and look at this tank real quick, okay? Alright, so if you guys come down and look at this tank, you can see we've got two major tanks. We've got the scuba tank, and we've got a 4,500 pound, 90 cubic inch tank over here, Ninja tank. Okay, so now we've chained these two together, as you can see from the top, with a fill station. So we've got a fill station here, and that leads into the tank. So this tank is putting out 3,000 pounds of PSI, 3,000 PSI, and that's going into our smaller tank, which is then regulated out to 900 PSI, which is then regulated out to about 120 PSI. So we usually drop that down when we're using the minigun, but as of right now, it's at about 120 PSI. So I'll show you guys how we use this. So first of all, we're going to turn on the air to our 4,500 pound tank. So as we turn it on, now we've got air. We'll open that up the whole way. Okay. Now we want to make sure our overflow valve is tight. We don't want any leaks there. Okay, and then what we're going to do next is want to open this valve. I don't remember which way it is. It's tight. Okay. Very slowly. And we're going to fill the tank up with some air. Okay. So now our tank, all the air's come from this tank. It's being unregulated air, 3,000 pounds of air. It's going into this tank. The air from this tank is going up through this regulator, getting regulated out to about 800 to 900 PSI. And it's going through this regulator, and it's coming out of this hose at 120 PSI. So as you can see, I've got a lot of air. The minigun shoots a ridiculous amount of BBs. It's probably got about 15,000 BBs it can shoot. So most of the time, your standard 90 PSI tank isn't going to cut it. It's going to last you like 3,000 or 5,000 rounds probably, and then you're going to be out. So this setup, it looks a little primitive, but it works very well. We've got the major tank that can fill the smaller tank about 20 times. And then if you run it like this, it's continuous, so you literally can't put enough BBs in the gun to run a Polar Star off this setup. So once it's all done, I mounted it on a frame. You can see ratchet straps hold it on because you have to take off both tanks to fill them. So you just can drop the ratchet straps real quick, but you can see I've got a piece of foam to hold the tanks apart so it doesn't bend any of my fittings up here. But it's mounted on an old Alice frame pack I got, so I can just put that on real quick. I can get my arm through it. So I put that on real quick. I can carry it to the airsoft grounds that I'm going to. I don't walk around like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but it's a nice thing to have. I can just pick up this pack, I can pick up my minigun, I can go to the field, drop this pack down on the ground, drop my minigun down, and I'm ready to go. So a really nice setup in my opinion. It holds plenty of air. You get lots of refills from it, and it's overall just nice compact setup I've got. And then, like I said, once you're all done, so to reverse the steps, you're going to close off your tank. Okay, you're going to go until it's tight. You're going to turn it just a little bit more. Okay. Now you're going to do, this is your overflow valve because we still have 3,000 pounds of air right here. So we're going to turn this and let it out. Now our gauge is back down to 0. You can tighten that back up. Okay. And now we can close our air off. Now that's all closed. It's still read 120 PSI until we let the pressure out of the hose, but now it's all set and it can be put away on the shelf. That is a brief overview for my air pack for the Airsoft minigun. You can see it's very versatile, it can be taken anywhere, as simple as put it on your back, and it carries plenty of air. So that's the first step in our road to our minigun videos.